This is the Piper Cherokee 180, the kind of girl who's low maintenance but still manages to outrun Cessnas and turn heads at the hangar. She's like your trusty old hound, but with wings and without the drool. And today, we're going inside it. First, let's talk about the cabin, and boy, what a cabin it is. It's spacious for one. Yeah, I know you wouldn't expect it from a compact little number like this, but it can actually seat 4 people comfortably. That's right, 4. Now, I'm not saying it's a stretch out and snooze kind of space, but it's roomy enough for your friends or family. The front seats offer more legroom, perfect for the pilot and co-pilot, while the rear seats are all right for adults or perfect for kids. Another cool thing about the cabin? Visibility, man. The expansive windshield and big side windows ensure you get a wide view of the beautiful world out there. And trust me, there's nothing quite like a bird's-eye view of the landscape. Passengers also get a good peep out of those windows, which, let's be honest, is half the fun of flying. Now let's talk controls. We've got dual yokes, which, despite showing their age, are robust and offer a direct connection to the aircraft's handling. They give a solid feel, and that's just so satisfying, you know? And the instrument panel is straightforward. Everything you need, no frills, no complications. Just the way I like it. The Cherokee 180 also gives you decent storage space. Not huge, mind you, but it's enough for small bags, flight materials, and personal stuff. And when you're in the air for longer flights, that space is a godsend. You know what else is impressive? The noise levels. For an old bird, it's pretty quiet inside. Headsets are a good idea, though. Also, the heating and ventilation system does a bang-up job of keeping the cabin comfy. Whether it's the scorching heat of summer or the icy bite of winter. Sure, some of the modern aircraft have slicker cabins, but that's not what the Cherokee 180 is about. It's got this utilitarian, no-nonsense feel that I absolutely love. The older look and metal and plastic finishes are not just about nostalgia, they're also super easy to maintain. Popping open the door and sliding into the cockpit, the first thing that hits you is how spacious it feels. Despite its compact exterior, the inside of this bird is roomy enough to avoid elbow jousts with your co-pilot. Plus, the wide windows offer an excellent field of view, which is a delight both visually and practically when you're up there cruising the skies. Now let's get down to the meat of the matter. The instrument panel. It's got everything a pilot needs, all laid out in a neat and intuitive design. If you're transitioning from another aircraft, you won't find it challenging to adapt. You've got your primary flight instruments, the good old 6-pack, secondary flight instruments, avionics stack, engine controls, and circuit breakers panel. Of course, you might come across some outdated avionics and some used archers, but hey, that's a part of the charm of flying these classic birds, right? An undeniable selling point of the Cherokee 180 is its ease of handling. Talk about gentle stall characteristics. This aircraft is as docile as they come. Plus, the rectangular wing design not only gives this aircraft a unique appearance, but also aids in easy landings. Predictable and smooth, this airplane practically lands itself. That being said, no plane is without its quirks, and the Cherokee 180 is no exception. One oddity that might take a bit getting used to is the single-door access. It might cause a little bit of a shuffle during boarding, but once everyone's in and settled, it's smooth sailing. Or should I say, flying. When it comes to creature comforts, the Cherokee 180 won't disappoint. There's decent legroom for everyone on board, and the baggage space is ample enough for your passengers to bring along their essentials. So whether it's a training session or a leisurely fly-out, everyone's comfortable. And hey, let's not forget about the potential for cockpit restoration. If you're the type who loves a good DIY project, this could be your next masterpiece. Some pilots have had great success with using products like the ColorBond LVP Refinisher for an interior refresh, achieving excellent results on a budget. Now, let's talk about how it flies. Folks, the Piper Cherokee 180 flies like a dream. And I mean one of those good dreams where you're just gliding around without a care in the world. One of the first things to note is its reliable 180 horsepower Lycoming 0360 engine. Paired with a fixed-pitch propeller, This configuration gives the aircraft a strong, steady performance with a climb rate of 750 feet per minute. The takeoff can get a bit challenging, but once you're up in the air, the Cherokee 180 really hits its stride. The climb rate is solid, and the cruising speed gives the Cessna Skyhawk a good run for its money. When cruising at an altitude of 7,500 feet, or 2,300 meters, you can expect a solid speed of around 124 knots, a figure that comfortably outperforms competitors like the Cessna Skyhawk. Plus, this bird's got a commendable fuel economy. Full tank, clear skies, and you're looking at a blissful 4.5-hour cross-country flight. Ain't that something? Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of flying the Cherokee 180. In the air, the handling is very forgiving, which makes it a favorite among newer pilots and flight schools. The control response is smooth and predictable, resulting in a pleasant flying experience. The longer wing and wider horizontal stabilator certainly contribute to its stability in flight. The rectangular wing design, developed by John Thorpe and Fred Wyke, provides gentle stall characteristics and minimizes drag, which is a significant contributor to the craft's forgiving nature. Steering this beast is like cutting through warm butter. It's smooth and satisfying. The controls aren't as heavy as an airliner, but they've got just enough weight to them to make you feel like you're actually flying something substantial. One area that new pilots need to be aware of is the aircraft's performance in high-density altitudes. It can pose a bit of a challenge, but it's nothing that can't be managed with the right training and experience. The aircraft also has a wide center of gravity envelope, which allows for flexible loading while maintaining balance and lets you accommodate variations in passenger weights and luggage without greatly affecting the aircraft's performance. While takeoffs and landings might seem daunting to a novice pilot, the Cherokee 180 eases these fears with its exceptional performance in both areas. The aircraft provides an easy takeoff even when dealing with factors like density altitude. Landing, too, is facilitated by the plane's gentle stall behavior, with manual flaps providing effective control during approaches. The Oleo struts serve well in absorbing the bumps of a less-than-perfect landing. And guess what? Despite its age and the arrival of newer, shinier models like the Archer, this gem has managed to hold its value pretty well. It doesn't burn a hole in your pocket, and the maintenance costs are reasonable, as long as you keep an eye out for the usual suspects like spar corrosion and leaky fuel tanks. Talking about performance specs, the Cherokee 180 is powered by a 180 horsepower Lycoming 0360 engine with a TBO of 2,000 hours. The aircraft requires 1,600 feet or 490 meters of runway to take off at sea level on a standard day. The engines allow a maximum rate of climb per minute of 750 feet or 230 meters, and a maximum cruising altitude of 16,400 feet or 5,000 meters. The plane has a maximum speed of 132 knots, a maximum cruise speed of 124 knots, with an average hourly fuel burn of 10 gallons or 38 liters. The Cherokee 180 has a maximum range of 510 nautical miles, which is 590 miles or 950 kilometers, and a minimum landing distance of 1,200 feet or 365 meters. With a useful load of 1,100 pounds or 500 kilograms and a full fuel payload of 800 pounds or 360 kilograms. The price for a pre-owned Cherokee 180 is $50,000 to $100,000 before options, and while the total yearly fixed cost is roughly $10,000 to $20,000, the average hourly operating cost is estimated at $75 to $150. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Here are 2 videos you can watch next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.